Good Tuesday evening, August 19th, and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. Police say further DNA analysis solidifies the case against Travis Decker, the Wenatchee man accused of murdering his 3 young daughters at a forest campsite more than 2 months ago. A barn was destroyed by a fire Monday morning along Blewett Pass, though firefighters were able to prevent the blaze from spreading to nearby trees. Expect beautiful seasonal weather through Thursday with unseasonably hot temperatures this weekend. Your full local weather forecast is coming up. For the second time, former Confluence Health employees who refused a required COVID vaccination have had their lawsuit against the Wenatchee health provider thrown out of court. A group of 82 former Confluence staffers claimed they were victims of religious discrimination when they were discharged in 2021 for refusing the coronavirus vaccine, which was required at the time by both Confluence and by Washington Governor Jay Inslee's pandemic emergency orders. The group sued in Douglas County Court in 2022, where its lawsuit was dismissed for inadequate grounds. They filed a new claim in 2023, and in a written ruling issued on Friday, Judge Brian Huber dismissed the new lawsuit as well. Huber's order says Confluence did all it was required to do under the law to accommodate its employees' claims that they could not accept the vaccination based on their religious beliefs. He wrote that keeping unvaccinated healthcare workers on staff would have put patients at risk of contracting COVID-19 and posed an undue burden on the healthcare agency. The former health workers have a right to appeal Huber's ruling. Their attempt to revive their previous lawsuit failed before the Washington Court of Appeals. Police say further DNA analysis solidifies the case against Travis Decker, the Wenatchee man accused of murdering his 3 young daughters at a forest campsite more than 2 months ago. Decker, who turned 33 last Friday, has not been seen since picking up his daughters, Peyton, Evelyn, and Olivia, for a scheduled visitation on May 30th. The girls, who range from 5 to 9 years old, were found dead 3 days later along the Icicle River west of Leavenworth, killed by asphyxiation. Today, the Chelan County Sheriff's Office reports that DNA found on plastic bags that were placed over the children's heads, as well as the plastic zip ties found nearby, matched the genetic profile for Travis Decker. The Sheriff's Chief of Special Operations, Ryan Moody, says the results provide additional evidence that Decker is the only suspect involved in the killings of his daughters. There's a $20,000 reward still in place for information leading to Travis Decker's arrest. A Kettle Falls man serving 30 years for multiple rapes committed against his girlfriend in Grant County has had his case overturned due to flaws in a search warrant. A jury convicted Timothy Wayne Hampton in 2023 on 12 rape counts after police seized a thumb drive that appeared to show Hampton sexually assaulting his then-girlfriend in 2013 in periods when she was unconscious and unable to consent. The thumb drive was seized as part of an investigation into alleged sales of stolen property. But in a ruling issued today, the Washington Court of Appeals ruled the search warrant went too far in allowing police to review electronic files that weren't associated with the stolen property case. Hampton remains held at Airway Heights Correction Center. A Grant County judge must now vacate his conviction unless the Grant County prosecutor takes the case to the Washington Supreme Court. 4 people were injured in a 4-vehicle wreck on Highway 2 yesterday afternoon in Tumwater Canyon. The Washington State Patrol says it was nearly 4 p.m. when a 2021 Kia Soul, driven by 59-year-old Troy J. Peterson of Fort Pierce, Florida, struck a second Kia Soul after illegally passing in heavy traffic. That vehicle then collided with an unoccupied semi-truck parked on the shoulder of the highway. Peterson's vehicle also collided with a pickup truck before finally coming to rest, blocking the eastbound lane. Peterson, along with the driver and passenger of the second Kia Soul, were all transported to Harborview Medical Center for their injuries. His passenger was taken to Confluence Health Hospital in Wenatchee. The driver of the pickup truck was uninjured. When we come back, the Washington Court of Appeals unanimously ruled today that portions of a checklist used by Okanogan County for building permit applications are exempt from disclosure due to attorney-client privileges. And today marks 10 years since the Twisp River Fire started by tree branches contacting a power line. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Welcome to Mountain Chick Floral, your go-to flower and plant shop in downtown Wenatchee. Explore their wide variety of unusual and fun plants. And when you buy a plant in a container, they'll pot it up for you absolutely free. Birthday or weddings, they'll create the perfect floral arrangement for you. Brighten up your office with fresh blooms delivered to your door or business. Ask about floral subscriptions. Visit Mountain Chick Floral today, where every occasion is a reason to celebrate with flowers.
Caught in a conflict? Family? Workplace? Neighbor? Business? Housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
For over 35 years, the Sangster family has been not only representing GMC, but the entire community.
As one of the few family-owned dealerships in Washington, you can count on our personal integrity, which has spanned over 3 generations, to ensure your satisfaction.
Sangster Motors stands behind everything we sell, from GMC professional-grade products and service from a professional-grade dealership.
Remember, caring about your family is what brings you back to ours.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
A barn was destroyed by a fire Monday morning along Blewett Pass, though firefighters were able to prevent the blaze from spreading to nearby trees. Chelan County Fire District 6 responded to the call at 10:05 a.m. It was in the 3600 block of Old Blewett Road, along with 3 neighboring fire agencies. Our media partner, the Wenatchee World, reports no one was inside that building at the time, and there were no injuries to residents or fire personnel. Firefighters said the homeowner helped contain the blaze before crews arrived on the scene. The cause of the incident is under investigation by the Chelan County Fire Marshal's Office. The Washington Court of Appeals unanimously ruled today that portions of a checklist used by Okanogan County for building permit applications are exempt from disclosure due to attorney-client privileges. The checklist was prepared by the county's lawyers to help building code staff comply with an order by the Okanogan County Superior Court. The Methow Valley Citizens Council requested the checklist through a public records request and was eventually provided heavily redacted copies of the checklist in 2023. The Citizens Council argued the production of a redacted version of the checklist waived any claim of privilege. The appellate judges disagreed and wrote that requiring the county to disclose its confidential legal advice would discourage public entities from seeking legal advice at all. Today marks 10 years since the Twisp River Fire started by tree branches contacting a power line. The initial attack on the fire west of Twisp led a truck full of young firefighters to become trapped and surrounded by flames. Richard Wheeler, Andrew Zajac, and Tom Bishevsky all perished in that incident. A fourth firefighter, Daniel Lyon, who was able to escape the truck but suffered major burns. The Twisp River Fire was part of the Okanagan County complex, which burned nearly 305,000 acres and destroyed 120 homes. The Okanagan County Electric Co-op would eventually pay more than $1 million for failure to keep its lines clear of overgrown vegetation. Coming up next in tonight's feature story, we will show you a few of the wildlife areas under the care of the Fish and Wildlife Department. Sunny and mild this weekend with unseasonably hot weather by the time we get to the weekend. I'll have your local weather details coming up, as well as Eric Granstrom with tonight's sports report as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Remember when you could afford to have fun on two wheels without breaking the bank? Maybe you started on a Honda Z50 or a Trail 70 or one of the most popular Hondas of all time, the Trail 90. Well, Honda and Doghouse Motorsports are making fun affordable again. Introducing the Honda Monkey, the Dax, and the new updated Trail 125, all featuring fuel-injected four-stroke engines with electric start. The best part of all, they are affordably priced under $5,000. Whether you're just getting started or you want to get back at it, Doghouse Motorsports has you covered.
Hey there folks, Blueberry Carrie here to invite you on out to Blueberry Hills to experience some real treats. Take a look at our homemade cream pies, our amazing cheesecakes, and don't forget our famous banana pudding. Remember, we're more than just great treats. People come from all over the world to experience what has been called one of the best destination restaurants in the Pacific Northwest. So come on out and see what all the fuss is about. Blueberry Hills in Manson. It's where the world is coming to.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
In tonight's feature story, more than 1 million acres of public lands fall into the category of wildlife areas supervised by the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife. Recently, the state agency put together a panoramic aerial video showing off just a few of the wildlife areas under its care. Those include some north central Washington parcels like the Chelan Wildlife Area, Chelan Butte, and the Clockham. See if you can recognize them from this bird's eye view. Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a great Tuesday. Apologize once again for the voice. Second day in a row. Laryngitis back again. So bear with me through this newscast, weathercast, I should say. But it was a nice one out there today. Very seasonal temperatures. But I'll tell you what, we are going to continue to warm up as we make our way through the week. For Wenatchee, by the time we get to Thursday, we'll be in the upper 80s, 93 Friday, upper 80s both Saturday and Sunday, and we are staying in the mid 90s on Monday. And I mentioned this last night. It looks like even most of next week we're going to be between 95 and 100 degrees. So the heat is on. Today's high temperature, once again, very close to where we should be for this time of year. 85, 86 is our normal high. Our record high, 103 degrees, and that was set in 1967. Our low this morning, 63. 61 is normal, and 48 our record low set in 1973. Sunrise this morning 6:03, and it'll set tonight at 8:05. All right, getting you into Wednesday's temperatures, things will stay about the same throughout most of our region. 87s for Moses Lake, Ephrata, and Quincy, and we can draw a straight line to Chelan 87, Omak 87, and then just a couple of 86s sprinkled in. Wenatchee and Eniat, mid-80s for both Kashmir and Leavenworth for tomorrow afternoon's high temperatures. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, high pressure in control, and it will stay in control for the next 10 days or so. Seasonal lows tonight with temperatures down into the mid-60s, so very comfortable overnight. For your Wednesday, look at all of the sunshine statewide for Wednesday. It will be mild. Get out there and enjoy it if you can. High temperatures in the mid-80s. And then by Thursday, things begin to tick up as far as temperatures go. Sunny skies, our high pressure slides to the south, so that'll drag some very warm air into our area. We will see high temperatures Thursday, our first 90-degree day, and we have a lot of them to come after that. As we get you into Friday, sunny, and this is where our heat wave really begins. We will see temperatures on Friday climb into the low 90s, so about 5 to 6 degrees above where we should be for Friday, and much above normal then as we get you into the upcoming weekend. Ridge firmly in place over the Pacific Northwest. That allows all of that desert south air heat to move our way. We are talking upper 90s to near 100 degrees by Saturday afternoon, and Sunday almost exactly the same scenario as Saturday. Sunny and hot. High temperatures again, upper 90s to around 100. It is going to be one of the hottest weekends we've had this summer. And then by Monday, sunny and still hot. We expect high temperatures then to remain in the mid-90s. All right, your 7-day forecast now. 63 overnight tonight, sunny and 86 for Wednesday. And this is where we begin to warm up. Thursday, 89. By Friday, sunny and 93. And then look at this upcoming weekend. 97 Saturday, 98 on Sunday, sunny on Monday with a high temperature of 96. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Hi, I'm Amanda Walden with A. Walden Insurance Group. Medicare can be overwhelming, but you don't have to figure it out alone. I've been helping people understand their Medicare options for over a decade. Medicare isn't a one-size-fits-all. I'll help you understand your coverage options so you can feel confident in your decisions. Let's find the right Medicare plan for you. Call me today or come and see me at my office located on South Chelan Avenue in Wenatchee between the YMCA and the Social Security office. I look forward to meeting you soon.
Merry Maids can clean your entire home, business, or vacation rental from top to bottom, inside and out. Merry Maids will even take care of cleaning your carpets, and they can pressure wash your home. Merry Maids has thousands of happy customers. They've been cleaning homes and businesses in our valley for over 25 years. Check out their glowing reviews at merrymaidesofwenatchee.com and call the cleaning experts, Merry Maids, to get your free estimate. Your satisfaction is guaranteed, so relax. It's done.
Now there are even more reasons to meet at the Pybus Market. Outdoor dining and tastings, the fabulous farmers market, Saturday Artisans on the concourse, and your favorites all week long. No matter the reason, it's always time to meet at the Pybus Market. Pybus Market, where community meets.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Happy Tuesday. Logan Gilbert had a very un-Logan Gilbert-like night last night as Philadelphia put on a hitting clinic in a 12-7 win over the Mariners. Gilbert was shelled for 6 runs on 9 hits in just 2 innings of work, surrendering 2 home runs. By the way, 21 hits for Philadelphia. Seattle tried climbing from a 7-0 hole, but it wasn't until the 7th inning that Mitch Garver finally put the Mariners on the board.
3-2. High fly ball out towards left center field, and this is gone. Mitch Garver gets the Mariners on the board. 2-out solo home run of the 7th.
It's good to see, especially against Rangers. Suarez hit a little cut fastball down and in. The ball, the wind's kind of dropped off a little bit, but ball gets up there, carries in this ballpark.
Launched out to right field, way back there, Cole Young. Wow! It hits off the second deck. A 3-run blast, and Cole Young has put the Mariners right back into this ball game.
I'll tell you what, Cole Young has been so good. Hitting 9th in this lineup. You're starting to see that power, that extra base come along. We're seeing more and more of it. A couple doubles at Citi Field. A huge home run, 106 off the bat.
To the Diamondbacks, spent some time at A&M. Garver into right field for a base hit. Naylor is being waved home. He is on his way to the plate and scores. RBI base hit from Garver in the 9th inning.
Blueprint to left field and a double.
Young to second base, an RBI ground out. Garver scores. Well, this is off the glove of Real Muto, and J.P. Crawford scores. Three balls and a strike to Randy, and if Rosarena can find a way on base. Cal would bat. Crawford giving a little scouting report right now.
Swing and a miss. He got him out front with a curveball. And the ball game is over. The Phillies have taken game 1 of this 3-game series. They do so by a final score of 12-7.
Manager Dan Wilson says it was obviously one of those nights for starter Logan Gilbert, who saw his record plunge to 3-5 on the season.
A tough one tonight. They were able to get to Logan early. They were getting to his stuff. It looked like some were hit hard, some weren't, and they were all finding holes. And then they, just were able to put a lot of pitches on him in that one inning. And we just don't see that often from Logan. But it happens. I mean, that's baseball. It happens. They were able to string together some hits, put us in the hole there pretty quickly. Thought Vargy did an outstanding job, getting us 3 innings there in relief, huge. And then, our guys jumped back in it. Big home run by Cole, swinging the bat well, and Garv with a big night offensively as well. They were able to open up again later, but guys fought and we kept fighting at the end, and got to come out tomorrow ready to go.
Seattle's trying to snap a 3-game losing streak today. That game underway in Philly, broadcast live on Root Sports Northwest. While the Mariners were being blown out in Philadelphia, Houston was being blown out in Detroit. Tigers shut out the Astros 10-0 to keep Seattle's deficit in the American League West at a game and a half. Kansas City edged Texas 4-3. Cincinnati downed the Angels 4-1. The Athletics had the night off last night. Well, the Seahawks are back in practice this week, headed for Green Bay to practice with the Packers. In fact, that starts tomorrow in preparation for their game on Saturday. Coach Mike McDonald gave some good news on Monday. Uchenna Nwosu is expected to be back with the team after some off-season knee surgery.
It's exciting because we're to my knowledge, we're ahead of schedule, which is really cool. So I know Chenna's been working his tail off, which is par for the course for him. And our training staff just had a great plan. The guy's done a great job, and so so he's going to be back with us. So he's going to start we have a plan to kind of ramp him up here over the course of the rest of going into the first game, and give us an option to possibly get out there early in the season.
After watching film from Friday's win over Kansas City, Coach McDonald says there's plenty to be happy about, but also plenty to work on as they get ready for.
There's a lot of the things we felt coming off the field. I thought our guys played really hard, all three units. There's some situational stuff that I thought we did really well at the end of the half and at the beginning of the third quarter. There's some situational stuff that fell short a little bit, but it was great. The guys did a great job. The spirit on the sidelines was awesome. Coaches were dialed in. I think our operation improved from the first game as a coaching staff. So a lot of positives, and I think there's a lot of hunger too. There's a lot of eagerness to keep the ball rolling and improve on it and go to Green Bay.
Seattle wraps up the preseason Saturday afternoon. That's a 1 o'clock kickoff in Lambeau Field against the Packers. That'll be broadcast on King 5 TV. Many area high schools begin school this week, some next week. Football practice gets underway tomorrow. Eastmont will kick off its season Saturday, September 6th at home against Bonnie Lake. Wildcats coming off a 7-2 regular season and a 31-10 loss to the Richland Bombers in the first round of the playoffs. NCWLIFE, by the way, will broadcast 4 of the Wildcats games this season. After a trip to Post Falls September 12th, we'll broadcast Eastmont's next home game against Davis September 19th. They'll finish September on the road in Sunnyside and then host Wenatchee for the first Bridge of Sportsmanship October 3rd at Wildcat Stadium. We'll have a preview with Coach Jay Foster coming up a couple of weeks here on the NCWLIFE channel. Taylor Mitchell's first year as a head coach at Wenatchee finished 4-6 on the season. He's looking to improve this year as the Panthers begin at home against Lake City September 5th. That'll be on the NCWLIFE channel. After games at Mount Si and Eisenhower, Wenatchee hosts Moses Lake Friday, September 26th on NCWLIFE. After the Bridge of Sportsmanship October 3rd, Wenatchee hosts West Valley, then travels to Davis. They'll finish at home against Sunnyside October 24th. We'll preview Cashmere and Cascade's schedule. That'll be coming up tomorrow here on the NCWLIFE channel. Let's look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Tuesday.
And that will do it for this edition of the NCWLIFE Evening News. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at ncwlife.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app. And now you can watch all of NCWLIFE's 24/7 programming without cable. Our channel is available on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. Download the NCWLIFE app to your devices and share the news with friends and family. You can email us with news tips anytime at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us and have a great night.